Hello everyone, my name is Abby Bliss White and welcome back to my channel. Today I was asked if I would share my Tom Ford collection with you and then also share my recommendations for the Sephora Vib sale coming up. So I thought that that would be kind of fun because I really do love this brand and I have a few products that are like my holy grail sort of things that I think are worth the money, especially if you can get it on sale. That's how I sort of tinkered into Tom Ford originally. Was someone gifted me an eye quad and then I fell in love, and then I've been collecting some of the pieces here and there, and I just find that the quality is really great. And I just thought, since it's a more expensive brand, I thought I would share some of my favorites and then also share my wish list. And then of course, I would always love to hear your kind of favorite Tom Ford items that you must have or that I must try. I love the give and take. So I'm gonna go ahead and start kind of the way I would normally use the products. So first off, I had purchased a big one and I have a little sample of the Tom Ford Illuminating Primer. This is something that I want to repurchase in the big size and I've been kind of holding out for this sale because this is one of my favorite illuminating primers. I think it is fantastic for more mature skin. It's very hydrating and it's also subtle. So it was introduced to me actually by a makeup artist who was doing my makeup for some headshots for my business. And this was the primer that she swore by. And you guys, can you see, it's got a subtle gold champagne undertone. And it's really going to be a illuminating primer that just makes you look like you have healthy skin. It's not gonna be va-va-voom, but I absolutely love it. And that is one of these products that I have had in the big guy, which you guys, it lasts for a really long time. So some of the things I will tell you about some of these products is, yes, they are expensive, no doubt about it. We're buying it for the Tom Ford name, the packaging, but I also have found that the quality is there and that it doesn't, a lot of these products I've had for a very long time. So this would be high on my list. This is going in my cart. And anyways, this is just a yes from me. So next up, if any of you guys have watched my channel, you will know that pretty much my holy grail or go-to foundation is going to be the Tom Ford TRACELESS stick foundations. So you guys, this is just my be-all end-all. I bought this, I don't know, many years ago. Again, I have it in 2 colors. A little goes a long way, but this is my go-to. I can wear it sheared out. I'm wearing it today. I can build it up and have perfected skin. It is just one of these very versatile, kind of very skin, like especially for more mature skin loving foundations. I just absolutely love it. I also love the ease of the foundation, like just, you know, you would literally just slick it on and then buff it into your skin. It is so gorgeous. And I have it in shade 5.5 Bisque, and I'm swatching everything, you guys. So if you are my little twinsy, and then in the summer, they put me in 6.5. You guys, this is probably a little bit darker for me. I don't know if I can kind of get away with it in the summer, but I tend not to get that tan. From here, we have the illuminating primer, which I often like to put underneath this, but also you guys, just on a day-to-day, I'll just put a little bit of the stick foundation and run out the door, no primer needed. This is 5.5, and then this darker one is 6.5 in Sable. So this is Bisque and this is Sable. You guys, this I cannot go on and on about. It is like one of my favorite foundations, and I just find it to be multi-purpose, great to travel with. It lasts a super long time, so even though you're making an investment in this foundation, you're also going to have it for a while. Now, I have tried, and I'm going to put a picture above, and Bliss Perfecting Foundation Broad Spectrum SPF 15, and that one is the natural liquid. This one is for normal, dry, combination oily, and it has a SPF of 15 in it. And you guys, this one I did like, but I found it better when I was living like in a more humid climate. So that one is the liquid one. I find that it has kind of that, I would say light to medium. I think it's described as a medium coverage. I just would go back to this one over that guy. I do like it, but between the two, I'm always gonna go for the Traceless stick. Now, one thing that I don't know if it's going to be launched on the Sephora site, but I'm just gonna share it as part of my collection, is the new Tom Ford Soleil Tone Up, Glow Tone Up Foundation. You guys, this has been a surprise hit for me. So if it does show up on the site, right now it is not on the Sephora site, but if it does, I thought I would go ahead and include it in here. And I have it in shade 2.5, which is considerably lighter than Bisque. And I'm gonna give you a swatch of this. This is the 2.5. This is a very unique foundation. It has SPF 45. And you guys, I actually have to tell you, this was a surprise. I really wasn't sure if I was even gonna like it. I thought it was gonna be too light for me, but I love this. And then I also have the Glow Up Tone in Pink Glow. So you guys, I have this guy again. The packaging of Tom Ford is just always beautiful. And this has also been a surprise hit for me. And this is the Pink Glow. And I think maybe that's why that buff is working for me, because I'm putting a layer of the Pink Glow underneath it. So this is Pink Glow. Those were sort of a surprise pickup for me that I absolutely loved. So if they do happen to hit the Sephora site before the VIB sale, that is one I would say, honestly, I would pick up, because I have been wearing them nonstop. Absolutely love them. And again, that was sort of a surprise hit. Okay, so you guys, out of that kind of complexion, that is what I have tried. And again, the two standouts for me are going to be the Illuminating base, the Illuminating primer, and the Traceless foundation stick. Highly recommend, absolutely love these both. And again, repeat purchases. Okay, let's dive into the next category, and I'm just gonna go ahead and share my eye quads, because honestly, besides complexion, this is where I think it's at with Tom Ford. Now, I'm someone, you guys, who likes the idea of palettes, but I get very overwhelmed and I end up just using like maybe 2 or 3 colors. I have more mature, aging eyes here, and so although I love eyeshadow, this is just something that I find if I can't do a whole lot of colors, and I find that Tom Ford just again has just really beautiful, sophisticated eye quads that just look nice. Again, it's gonna look nice on anybody, but I find it to be very helpful for kind of mature eyes. Okay, so I'm gonna go through my collection and then tell you my standouts as well. So number one, you can't hear anything about Tom Ford without mentioning Cocoa Mirage. This is your basic all matte perfect palette, and you guys, this is well loved. So this was my very first purchase of a quad from Tom Ford, and I have to be honest, it doesn't even look like, I mean, I don't know if you can tell, this is very well loved, but I still have tons of product in this. So I'm going to swatch these for you. This is Cocoa Mirage. It comes with that beautiful bone shade, little lovely chocolate, that deep dark, almost a little cranberry-ish brown, and then a nice deep espresso color. You will not be sad having this in your collection. It is just something that I find is so versatile. I still pull it out all of the time, and I kind of go through phases where I'm just wearing my Cocoa Mirage all the time. I just really like this one. So if you are wanting to dive into Tom Ford, this is a very good starter eye quad. Next up is going to be Disco Dust. So you guys, this again this was a purchase in the past in 2018 for me. I don't know why I waited so long, because this is my go-to eye for most days. I do wear this kind of lovely shimmer pop color, but not during the day per se. I just absolutely love these colors. If you have hazel eyes, I think this is absolutely beautiful on hazel eyes. I think it looks good on anybody, to be honest with you, but I'm hoping you guys can see. This is so well loved, and I just love the fact that it gives me this very pretty eye. I can use this all over, and then I have that little pop of that rose gold, and then I use this as a liner, which has a little purple undertone in it. At nighttime, when I add this little silver pop, it just is so beautiful. Let me give you a swatch of this one. This is Disco Dust. This is that sort of tan kind of sand color, the rose gold. Oh, you guys, it's so pretty. Then this is that deeper shade. It's actually showing up almost like a black here, but it's actually a very deep brown with purple undertone. And then check out this top coat. You guys, it's so beautiful. It is just super shimmery, but not over the top. So Disco's the Dust is right here. This is Cocoa Mirage. Next up is Orchid Haze. And again, you guys, this is another well-loved favorite quad. This is very soft, pretty, what I would almost describe as bridal makeup. This is sort of an all matte, except the little kind of shell colored here has a teeny bit of shimmer in it. Really beautiful quad. And let me give you a swatch. So you guys, from here, that's this little kind of bone color here, or shell color. And then we have this shade that I love just all over the eye. And then there's this mauvey color that is so pretty. And then again, a purple dark, has a little brown undertone in it. And you guys, this is a beautiful quad. I wear this all the time, and it's a very soft look. So it's very soft, pretty. I just love it. And this is one that I'm not sure if they're phasing out. They are coming out with some new quads. But you guys, I've really enjoyed this to the point where I kind of feel like there's some of the new ones that are very exciting, a little bit more bold. But if you're someone like me who likes eyeshadow but not like over the top, you're really gonna like this Orchid Haze. Again, this is another one that's gonna look great with hazel and green eyes, blue eyes. It's actually gonna look, honestly, you guys, brown eyes, blue eyes. It's gonna look really pretty on any. This was just something that they recommended to me because of my hazel green eyes. So love that Tom Ford Nude Dip. You guys, relatively new quad to my collection. I bought this one of the other sales. And you guys, this wet dry formulation is absolutely amazing. So as many of you know, I like to do a quick eye with a little bit of subtle shimmer on my lid. I just think it's a very pretty look. And basically the way that this was described to me is that I can use this as a little topper with my Cocoa Mirage, with my Orchid Haze. Like they were showing me all these different ways of how to use this. It's so versatile, And you guys, this wet dry formulation is amazing. So when I say wet dry, you get to use this, you can use it just with the powder and they're like butter, or you can wet it down and foil it and then it will just stay put and it's absolutely gorgeous. So here is Nude Dip. You guys, so pretty. And as you can see, they're just very subtle. As I said, Tom Ford does this kind of shimmer stuff just so pretty, not too chunky, and just soft and pretty. So today I am wearing Orchid Haze, and I'm wearing basically this kind of mauve color, a little bit of this whole palette on my eyes, and then I wet this second shade over here and I just put a little soft shimmer. So this is Nude, this is Orchid Haze and Nude Dip together, and then I used the Orchid Haze little liner over here for my eyes. So just very soft, not over the top. That's what I'm saying. I use these quads so they are worth every penny to me because I actually pull them out and use them. I have two that are limited edition, but I'm just going to show you because it's part of my collection and tell you that basically, again, it was the formulation of why I bought them. During the during the Nordstrom anniversary sale, they had a special set that came with Iris Bronze. You guys, this is another one that's just a very pretty shadow to me. This is similar to Cocoa Mirage, but with more of that satin shimmer shades instead of the mattes. A really pretty quad, and I think that you can get this guy in the small individual. The Iris Bronze color, you can find that in the little individual single shadows. So I will mark those below, but this has been, as you can see, this has been well loved. And then also one that I was surprised at, but again, so glad I have it, is the white suede. You guys, this was I wasn't even sure if I was going to keep it. This is a little bit more intense than I normally wear, but I love this teal blue gray shadow. This topper is out of this world. It is just a really pretty quad. So you guys, these are the quads that I own and love. And then again, there's a few of them on the site that I'm intrigued by, but I'll talk about those later on. So we've got those. Let's move on to the cream shadows. So you guys, I love, love, love the Tom Ford Golden Peach. This one I would definitely recommend. I have had several pots of this. I absolutely love this, and this is sort of my easy go-to day eye. This is Golden Peach. Here is Golden Peach. You guys, this is just the most beautiful eye look. It's just simple, pretty, and I find it very versatile and neutral. So this, highly recommend, definitely if you can get this on sale. So this I know is on Sephora and cannot recommend that enough. The other two cream shadows that I have are Spice and Platinum. And again, you guys, these are beautiful. This is Platinum and this is Spice. Now, to be honest, I really like these cream shadows, have used them so much, but when I was going to purchase this, when I purchased Spice, I was actually wanting to buy that Naked Bronze in this formula, and they didn't have it in stock, so they sold me Spice. But I honestly, if you guys were gonna pick between the two, I would go for this. The color is just slightly different enough, and then I love the coat, so that Naked Bronze is on my list. It's just a beautiful eye. Since I already have this, I feel kind of silly wanting to buy that, but if I was going to buy between the Spice and just the cream pot and the one Naked Bronze in this one, I would go for Naked Bronze. You guys, it was just such a pretty eye. Once you put that topper on, it just kind of blows it all out of the water. So again, I would go for that. I have two of his KOHL Intense, and one of them is my absolute favorite, and that is in Tourmaline. And then you guys, I have MINK in this house somewhere, and that is going to be a sort of lovely espresso with a little bit of flecks of gold in it, and I cannot seem to find it. So you guys, this is the Tourmaline in this Intense KOHL. I cannot give you, this is one I bought at the last BIB sale. I use this all the time. I think his pencils are amazing. Again, the one in MINK is amazing, and this would be a highly recommend. They last, they do not smudge, and they come in very unique, pretty colors. I have one of his shade in Illuminate for cheeks, and I have it in Sublimate. You guys have probably seen me use this in several videos. Oof, you guys, absolutely cannot recommend this enough. Super pretty on the cheeks. It's going to give you a little bit more of that glossy, wet look. And I do often get asked about the wear time on this. You guys, it will, when you initially put it on, it will wear and stay if you set your makeup. I don't always set my makeup with powder. So by the end of the day, it's probably worn off, but I always tend to have kind of that little healthy glow. I may not have as much cheek power, but absolutely beautiful. And let me swatch this. I'm running out of swatch places, guys, so I'm gonna come up to here. So these are that's the highlight, that's the cheek color. Can you see? You can sheer it out, you can build it up. And can you see the formulation? It is so pretty. You guys, Tom Ford, again, it just always seems to be like, you know, enhancing your beauty, wanting to bring out that kind of making you look healthy and glowy. I honestly love this. I am curious, there's another one of these, I think it's Scintillate, that's more of a peach color that I'm a little bit intrigued by. This was one that a Tom Ford artist had put on my skin, and I was, you guys, I wouldn't have even bought this. That's what I'm trying to say is, and once they put on my skin, and I just walked out and I felt like my skin looked so healthy, glossy, pretty. So this is an absolute yes. Speaking of cheek colors, I do have one of the Tom Ford powder blushes, which I absolutely love. So if you are into, all of his blushes are beautiful. This is my favorite color in Inhibition, and it is just like my perfect peachy neutral, has a bit of pink in it. I love it. And I just haven't felt the need to buy another blush, you guys. So because I have that cream that's a little bit more in the pink, and then I have this, but these again last forever. So if that's something that you're wanting to splurge on, again, this is a really good time to go ahead and do that. It is Inhibition. It is such a pretty blush. It is the new Aqua Metal Shadows, and this is from the SOLEIL collection. I have it in Violet, oh gosh, she said Argent. The artist the other day was just telling me the correct name. You guys, this is so pretty, and I absolutely really love. Can you see that? This is definitely more metallic. It's in that lovely sort of peachy bronze shade. I did a whole video on the difference golden peach versus this, and I'll put that up there so you can watch that. But isn't that so pretty? I love this formulation. So easy, and an easy eye that I have been using is just taking a little bit of the Tom Ford bronzer in TERRA, putting that in my crease, and then putting this on my lid. Super easy, super pretty look, and I highly, you know, recommend those. The other thing, so you guys, I have the older version of the Tom Ford TERRA bronzer. So I recently purchased this. I had to find it on the Tom Ford site. It took kind of a long time to show up, and everybody was telling me this is their absolute favorite. Many people did not like the ultimate version, and they just came out with the Soleil Glow version in Terra, is also gold dust. I played around with them the other day, and you guys, they are beautiful. They're going to be a little bit softer, and they have a little bit of glow to it. And I have to say, I'm on the fence because I don't necessarily need it, but I think that formulation is going to be around for a little bit. So I would, if you're in the market, I absolutely love the Terra. This is what I often use. I use this, I'm wearing Terra today, but I use this as my eyeshadow often in my crease. It is like the perfect color. I'm gonna go ahead and give you a swatch. So we swatched them together, the artist, the Tom Ford artist and I, and you guys see mine is a matte. This is a traditional matte. So the new color is very similar to this Terra. So if you have light to medium skin, you're gonna like this guy. And it had just a little bit, it was softer, really easy to pick up, but it also had a teeny bit of glow on it. So it was quite, I really would say, if I had not just purchased this, I would get that. So I would recommend that as well. Okay, you guys, really, we're getting to the end of my collection, and then I'm gonna give you my wish list. I'm gonna ask you a couple questions. Okay, so Tom Ford lipsticks. You guys, I don't have very big lips. I do love lip products, but I've only recently purchased 2 Tom Ford lipsticks that I have been excited about, and one of them is in my favorite, which is Sugar Glider. To me, this is my personal, like, perfect little mauvey nude. And again, I am covered. Let's go ahead and give you, his lipsticks are pretty amazing. So other ones that I have in the little mini clutch size are gonna be Casablanca and Spiced Honey. You guys, these little guys are just so cute, clutch little lipsticks. And I don't know about you, but I don't always finish lipsticks. So to me, I think maybe buying the little size is a good idea. So this is Sugar Glider. And then we have All Mine, Spiced Honey, and Casablanca. These are the shades that I have. These 2 came in a kit that I received at Nordstrom. So, but I just wanted to show you the colors because Casablanca is one of their best sellers. It's a really nice kind of rosy nude. I love that color. Spiced Honey is another one of their kind of favorite nude colors. Many have All Mine, and again, Sugar Glider. I've shared my collection. I'm just gonna kind of reiterate the things that I would like really, really, truly highly recommend if you wanted to buy anything from Tom Ford. And again, the kind of standouts are going to be Illuminating Primer, Tom Ford Traceless Sticks, any of his eye quads that appeal to you. Those are my favorite. My favorite is going to be Disco Dust out of all of them. Absolutely love them, but that is like, that's the one that's kind of my go-to eye. Absolutely love it. Golden Peach in this guy. And then I think it's kind of fun to splurge on a lipstick because it has great packaging. And if you can get it in sale. I also have to say, I'm a huge fan of the bronzer, and you will have even this little guy. This is gonna last a really long time. So again, that is what I will tell you. This stuff is not, it's going to last you a long time. If you can get a little of it on sale, fantastic. Okay, let me ask you a couple of the things that are on my list that I'm curious about. I've always wanted to buy the Tom Ford shade in Illuminate because I really enjoyed the sublimate that. If you have the shade in Illuminate, I would love to know what color you have because they have come out with new ones. And if you actually use it and like it. So from what I've heard is people often love the highlight, but they're not using the shade part, and I guess what that's always been kind of, I've been curious about it, but haven't pulled the trigger on that. So I'm gonna go ahead, add it to my cart. Is the Radiant Perfecting Powder. So you guys, I'm not really a big powder girl. I've got a few in my collection, but I have heard that this Radiant Perfecting Powder is fantastic for more mature skin. I'm curious to know if it's similar to the Hourglass Ambient Powders, which I do own, but that is on my list. So let's go ahead and add it to my cart. It comes in Luna and Gilt Glow. So to me, I'm just wondering if those are going to be more of highlighters. I was kind of thinking of it as a powder to kind of finish and set your makeup, since I know I should do that, but don't always do it. And so that was just one that I'm curious about. I've heard lots of good things about that. And another one that I've never pulled the trigger on, and that's just because I'm not a big lip gloss girl, but I kind of feel like since I have small lips, I've always known that adding a little gloss would actually give me a little oomph. And I've heard that his Ultra Shine lip glosses are amazing. And so I was curious. I've heard Naked is beautiful. I think there's Tawny, let me see, Rose Crush, Pink Gilt, and Love Bruise. Those are all kind of like, those seem like that might be a fun splurge. They all look gorgeous, and I've heard his lip glosses were amazing. But again, since I'm not a big lip gloss person, $48 is a bit much. But again, if it is amazing, I would love to hear from you. The other couple things that I've heard really good things about are his Fiber Brow Gel. And again, I am not a big brow girl, but I know I need help in that area, and that one's supposed to be amazing. So kind of going to add that into my cart. And then you guys, I've heard his mascaras are amazing. I am partial to my Chantecaille Faux Cils Longest Lashes. That is an expensive mascara. It lasts a really long time, but I've heard that his Extreme Mascara is really good. He also has the Ultra Length. So if you guys have used that and really love it, I would love to know. And the other day, I don't see it online, guys, but when I was at the Tom Ford counter, they have come out with these new, I think they're called the Emotion Proof eyeliners. Such beautiful colors. I was hoping they were going to be on the site because I have a couple that I want to buy. I do not see them yet, but again, some of the stuff may be added. This is a new collection from him, but they look like they're going to be that gel that's going to stay, not smudge on older eyes, and just absolutely beautiful. I forgot one thing. And I can't believe I forgot it. So one of Tom Ford's perfume that both my daughter and I really like is the Tom Ford Soleil Blanc. It is just a beautiful, fresh, summery color, and we have bought it in the Shimmering Body Oil, which is a little bit more where you can get the fragrance without having to purchase it. But that is one that I actually have to say, as far as Tom Ford perfumes, I'm kind of intrigued by that Lost Cherry. Is that the name of it? Yeah, the Lost Cherry, you guys. I smelled it in store, and it is really like, I really liked it. That's an expensive perfume, but if you are a Rouge and you can get 20% off, I think that's worth it. Even if you are VIB Insider, 15% off. When it's a big item like that, that always makes it worth it. One of the other perfumes that I have had in the past was the Fleur de Portofino. You guys, I'm gonna put a couple of that up. I used that whole bottle, just a really pretty, fresh, yummy smelling fragrance. And then the Neroli Portofino Aqua. That was another one that I've had in the past. You guys, I have gone through, both my daughter and I love the Soleil Blanc. I just think it's a really great summer fragrance. It smells yummy, smells fresh, smells like Hawaii. Nothing else than that. Okay, so now that I am covered with lots of fun Tom Ford all over, I just was hoping that this was helpful. You guys, I have done a couple different tutorials from using the Tom Ford products. So I am going to be putting them above so you can see them. And again, I thought it would be too long of a video. It's already gonna be a long one if I put it on my face. But if you want me to do a demonstration, if you could leave down in the description box, if you could leave me a comment and let me know what you want to see, I'm happy to go ahead and do kind of a whole Tom Ford look for you. Okay, I hope this was helpful, you guys, and I'll be back with another video soon.